Hey! Hey, everyone. This is a thing that we're doing today for E3. I'm here with Dave. How's it going, Dave?
Good, mate. How you doing?
I'm all right. You watched the conference, I believe?
Yeah, just finished it, man. Just finished it.
I watched it. I watched it live this morning, and I live streamed it. And the audio on my YouTube stream was like a low pitch for some reason.
Yeah.
But then the archive was fine, the audio.
Oh, okay.
So I have no idea what happened there.
That's a bit strange, isn't it?
It is, yeah. But so if you go to the archive, so if you popped in this morning, you were like, I can't watch this because I can't hear a thing that's happening. You can go watch the archive and it's fine.
Cool.
So let's talk about the EA conference because that's all that happened today. EA wanted to get in early before everyone else, and
didn't they get in early last year too?
I think they did, but like super early.
Yeah, they were like a day and a half ahead almost.
Yeah. Well, yeah, because Microsoft's conference isn't till 7:00 tomorrow, so our time, 7:00 in the morning.
Bugger! I'll be at work. God damn it.
Gonna miss all that hot Scorpio action.
Well, yeah, they alluded to it a couple of times throughout the whole EA thing, which was a bit of a surprise. I wasn't kind of expecting them to drop Xbox as often as they did, but
yeah, it's they talked a bit about how Madden's gonna be great on a Scorpio or some shit. Anyway, so yeah, EA makes a lot of sports games, so obviously they had a lot of sports games. It's to be expected. Do you play any EA sports games, Dave?
Yeah, I do actually.
What are you?
Pretty much just NFL. That's about it. Did play a little bit of FIFA, go in and out of like a FIFA phase every probably 2 or 3 years. I think I played FIFA a couple of years ago when EA Access, first came out. I think it was.
Mm-hmm.
And got that. Was it 15 or 16, whatever they put in that one?
Yep.
But yeah, pretty much Madden's about the only one I go back to quite regularly. So NBA Live was a schmozzle, so I never got back into that one. So
I hear it's been.
I'm being polite saying schmozzle too.
I hear it's been pretty. Last year's was all right, wasn't it? I don't know.
It seemed okay, but coming from the conference, everything is for NBA Live was like, we're going to fix this, we're going to fix that. So yeah, it probably wasn't received as well as they needed it to be.
Sure. Yeah, so they started with Madden, and they had like a drum line. Had a bunch of people coming out with drums. That was fucking weird.
I don't know about you, but it didn't sound awfully loud either. I don't know whether their mics were playing up right at the start there, but it just sounded really, really shallow compared to when the guys came in talking.
Yeah, but probably. I don't know how they would set up the microphones for that, but
only because I clicked play and I just had it playing on the background. I didn't hear much, just a little bit of a thump every now and then. Then you hear the guy come in and start talking. I'm like, what was that? And I had to go back and watch it again.
Yeah,
they look so excited too in their Patriots jerseys.
Yeah, they're all wearing the same jersey too.
Yeah, you can tell that none of them support the Patriots, so there's no smiles.
Anyway, so basically the big thing with Madden this year is they're adding a story mode like they did with FIFA last year.
Yep.
This one's called Long Shot, where FIFA had the journey. Yeah, it looks like a story mode for football.
Yeah, I don't know. I like the idea behind it, but I don't think it needs a story mode, to be honest with you.
Probably not.
It's like sit down and play like Ultimate Team and that kind of thing. So
yeah, it's like arcade racing games adding stories. It's like you don't really need it. It's like if they added a story to Burnout or something, like you don't.
Yeah, exactly right.
You don't need that.
Yeah, imagine a story mode in Gran Turismo. My God.
I would want to see what that would be.
It'd be worth a crack, but yeah, I don't think it'd last too long. So
I want to see what Polyphony's story mode would be. That'd be pretty good. Battlefield 1's getting a Russia-themed expansion.
Very cool.
Name of the Tsar. It sounds pretty rad. I didn't play Battlefield 1. I don't know if
did
you
you?
did. No.
I love it. It's about the first shooter I bought in probably about 8 or 9 years, I think. Played one of the beta tests and just thought, this is pretty cool. I might buy it. Waited till it was about half price to buy it, but yeah, I've probably put about 50 hours probably into it.
Okay.
Since having it, so
that's a lot.
I'm certainly no good. That's why I've put 50 hours in. So if I was any good, I probably would have put about half the time in and been about double the far as head. So
sure.
But having a winter setting will change it, as well as I think they said they're going to do night settings as well, I think.
Yes.
Yeah. On some maps. So
yeah. They mentioned something about that.
Yeah, I think that's really cool. And what do they call it? The Women's Battalion of
Death or something. Yeah. That sounds fucking awesome. Rad. That sounds really cool. Yeah, that game's going for cheap too at the moment, I think. They're having a special on Origin at the moment, so I think you can get it pretty good price at the moment.
I'd recommend it. I don't know about the expansion pass, but the core game was quite fun. The expansion stuff didn't seem to add too much to it, so I didn't actually buy it. So, but this new stuff I may have to now.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I'm interested in it. I mean, I've been interested in Battlefield 1. It's just been other things to play, and yeah, I just never got around to it. FIFA's bringing their journey thing back. That's the continuing story of Alex Hunter.
Yeah, I love it how they're talking to like all these different reporters and that kind of thing about Alex Hunter, and I'm like, who the fuck are they talking about? Is it the new cover star? And then it wasn't until they put up one of the tweets from Ronaldo or something, and you've seen the little display icon. I'm like, hang on a second, now I get it.
It was so weird, the FIFA section, because they had those guys come out from some show.
Yeah, the Men in Blazers.
Yeah, they come out and they're like talking about how their team didn't win or something, and I'm like, I don't know, like how many people in that audience know about FIFA, like, or know about soccer? I mean, like,
it was a very low cheer for FIFA. It wasn't a big woohoo. I mean, if they'd done it in the UK or Europe somewhere, it would have been huge. But
that's what I mean. This is EA like not knowing their audience at E3.
Yep.
Like every year, everyone's like, "Fucking more sports games," and they still keep coming back every year with more sports games.
Well, that's their core. That's what they love to do. So,
but like, they can just make it like a smaller section. They don't have to go into every single game and be like, "You can kick a ball better this year" or something. I don't know.
That's all I picked up from it too. Like when they're talking about the whole Cristiano Ronaldo thing. Oh, he moves quicker. He does this. He does that. And we're using his technology for the game. I'm like, but it doesn't control any different.
Yeah, exactly.
To a pro player it may do, but not to the average consumer. It doesn't.
No.
You know, I still get tackled from having lack of speed in my player and that kind of crap whenever I played it. So, have you played FIFA in a while?
I have never played a FIFA game.
Haven't you?
No.
Oh, you're missing out.
No, the only sports games I'll play is like a basketball, like an NBA or what sports games? Yeah, NBA games are like really the only things I've got into. NBA Jam, I mean, never really got into like a, you know.
But that's what I laugh at. Like I was thinking about that a bit earlier today when I was at work. You go back through all the games and that, like even lacrosse has a pretty serious game. Tennis doesn't though. Tennis, it's always like virtua tennis.
Yeah, there's never...
It's a little bit more the characterization rather than a full-on, legitimate tennis game.
Sure. Yeah,
but tennis is boring as shit, so I'm not surprised.
Soccer isn't really that exciting.
Well, yeah, I know, but, there's how many billion of people in the world they reckon watch it, so...
Yeah.
You can't apply that same theory to tennis, unfortunately.
True. They make golf games as well.
That wasn't good since Tiger Woods decided to cheat on his missus, so it doesn't count anymore.
Fair enough. Fast and the Furious, the game. Oh, yeah. Need for Speed Payback. Looks pretty cool, I got to say.
It does look pretty cool.
I like the story mode they got going. As far as I'm aware, it's an open world game again, but this time it's not online like all the other ones. Like the last 3 or 4, you had to be online to play even the single player stuff.
Oh, really?
Yeah, which meant that you couldn't pause the game or anything.
That's crap.
It pissed me the fuck off, especially Need for Speed Rivals was the worst for it, because Need for Speed Rivals, you had to basically it would tell you your mission. You would go out and do your mission, and at times you would have to get a certain amount of points, and you would go out, get the points, and say you like crashed the car or something, you lost all your points, and to cash in your points, you had to make it back to your base. And so it meant like if you went out to go get points and you had to go do something, you couldn't pause the game, so you kind of just had to lose your points or just bring up the map and hope that no one crashed into you a ton.
You're really selling me on the idea of this whole online business. Really, really appealing, dude.
That's what I'm saying. They're finally getting rid of that shit this year.
Thank God.
Yeah, it's Rivals is fucking garbage. But last year, the year before, I think.
That was the different people in looking after you or some shit like that, was it?
It was a reboot. They rebooted the series. This is the second one, technically. But so they kind of went back to, it's sort of kind of like an underground.
Yep.
Except that they also had like the FMV video stuff from like Most Wanted.
Yep.
It was neat, but they still had the online stuff, so you still couldn't pause the game.
I found that the problem too with the crew.
Yeah.
So, because it was a fairly enjoyable game, but the fact of having to play it constantly online, you know, I got the whole interaction thing of it, but you know, I wanted to pause it and go out somewhere, like you said before, and you couldn't do it.
Yeah. It's it's very annoying. But so this year, none of that crap. It's all offline, and you can race around and jump from cars to trucks. It looks really cool. I don't like in their demo how it would basically take control away from you. Like it'd like cut to a different camera angle and you wouldn't have any control over it. It'd play this like really short cut scene for.
I'm glad you noticed that too. I wrote that down in my notes because that was pissing me off. That was.
Yeah, I like the crashes, like when you'd run the cars off the road. Yeah. But when it was like this little mini cut scene, it's like that didn't need to be there, and it was annoying. So I hope you can either turn that off or it was just for the demo.
Yep. I'm very hopeful it's just for the demo, but yeah, it was hard to watch. Yeah.
Did you play Need for Speed The Run?
No, I didn't actually. Any good?
It wasn't great. It was, but I'm getting vibes from this game that remind me of that game because Need for Speed The Run is basically, the premise is you're driving from one side of the country to the other, and so you basically just play levels. It's not like an open world game or anything. You basically you play this level and then you play the next level and you just keep going, and all like these action sequences happen and things like that.
Okay.
So I'm getting like that kind of feeling.
It's not too bad.
Like the idea is good, but in premise, the run was just not good because you really had no control over anything really. It was like, okay, so in this level, you have to overtake these 4 cars and then make sure that you're in 200th place at the end of the level so that when you get to the next level, we can tell you the next part of the story. It's like...
okay, yeah, we really held your hand on that.
Yeah, it was very linear, which, it took away from... Especially because that came after Hot Pursuit.
Yep.
Which was fucking rad.
That was probably the last game I actually played in the Need for Speed series, I think.
Yeah, Hot Pursuit's really fucking good.
Yeah. That was the one with all the what were they, bloody Bugattis or something like that, the cop cars.
Yes, yeah. Yeah, they bought all the cops and stuff back, which again, like when you get to the run, none of that. It's just, I mean, the cops will chase you, but you can't beat cops.
Yeah. That's a bit shocking.
Yeah. So yeah, and then they announced A Way Out, which
different.
It looks pretty cool. It's a co-op only game. You cannot play single player at all.
Yeah, if you've got no friends, you're fucked.
Well, it's online as well as couch co-op. So.
Oh, okay. It is couch. Okay.
Yeah. So I imagine you can just boot it up and it'll just match you with someone.
Yeah.
So you can play online. Hopefully you don't have to like team up with a friend and do it, because that'd be real shit. But
yes.
Yeah, basically it's about two guys who escape from prison, and they have to work together to do that. And
didn't they make a game called Prison Break like that about 10 years ago?
They did make a Prison Break game, didn't they?
Yep, and it wasn't good.
I never played it, but
I bought it because I loved the TV show, and I regretted that purchase within the first probably like hour.
Yeah,
because the graphics were horrible, the concept was horrible. It followed the TV show, but it didn't have all the voices from all the characters in there, so it was dodgy.
Well, this game I think looks pretty cool, and yeah, I'm interested in it.
I seen the video when I was having lunch, and I'm like, "Oh, what's this?" I didn't know it was an EA game until the logo popped up. So something a little bit out of the box.
Yeah, well, so this is part of their EA Originals program, where basically they give money to indie developers to make a game, and then EA publishes the game for them, and all the profits go back to the developer.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Supposedly, I don't know what EA gets out of it. Maybe they get to keep the IP or something. But
I'll tell you what, the guy presenting it was very excited about it. That's for sure.
Yeah, that guy was cool.
Yeah,
which is very different from when they had fucking YouTubers come on who couldn't read the teleprompter.
Oh my god, that guy fucking did my head in. I literally wrote his name down, Jesse Whelans, whoever the fuck you are. I'm not going to watch your YouTube channel because you were shit.
He's from Boyfriend vs. Girlfriend. I don't know if you've ever seen that channel, but they're cool people. They play pranks on each other, but like it was
cringy.
Here's the thing, like YouTubers are used to sitting down in front of a camera or going out and vlogging and like cutting things. They're not used to standing in front of a live audience and like trying to like do a speech and all this sort of stuff. So when you get a YouTuber to come in and like try and talk about a game they don't know about, really, like
someone should have probably briefed him just beforehand a little bit and gone, have a bit of a quick run, see what you think.
Yeah, it was so awkward,
and it was like probably a good 10 seconds of just dead air as he's like,
yeah,
there's nothing.
He's just standing there smiling, like, yeah. It's that was bad. They announced BioWare's new franchise, Anthem.
What is it? We don't know, obviously, until Xbox.
We'll find out tomorrow morning.
Or Microsoft, I should say.
Yeah, we'll find out tomorrow morning at the Microsoft thing. But the rumor is that it's built around a live service, so I guess it's Destiny.
Ooh, okay.
That's my guess, anyway.
Okay, yeah, because it looks like a mech suit and monsters outside of like some futuristic tech world. So,
yeah,
it's different. I'm keen to see more.
Yeah, I mean, I haven't seen enough to make a judgment really at the moment.
No.
But yeah, okay. Show me what it is, and I'll see how I feel. NBA Live. That's a game where you play basketball. They really didn't. So it doesn't seem like they tried.
No, all I basically wrote down was overhaul. So yeah, that was the crux of what I got from it.
Yeah, it was funny. when they announced the Madden storyline, and they were like, "This is going to be the most innovative Madden we've ever made," and like, I don't think just taking the thing that you did for your soccer game and putting it in your football game is very innovative.
No, that's exactly right. So, no, well, that was it. They're talking. They've innovated the NBA franchise, the NBA story mode to a street style, a pro-am style, or building a legacy in the NBA. And I'm like, it doesn't get me. It doesn't. It's not appealing. I want to play as LeBron James. I don't want to play as Dave Walton. There's a difference. There's a reason why he gets $800 million a season, and I work for $40K a year. So
yeah.
Player's the best.
I watched the Cavaliers play the other day in the finals.
Ah, yes.
And that guy earns his money.
He does, doesn't he?
Yeah, really.
It's been a good series so far, actually.
Yeah, yeah. We haven't had Foxtel up until now, so I've missed most of it. But
yep. Stephen Curry was very good in the first game, and then kind of died off in the second and the third. Durant was very good, but yeah, LeBron just stole the show in that game 4. So
fuck yeah. So they finally showed footage of Battlefront 2.
Oh, I lost my shit.
Did you?
Oh, I did. Oh, I was very pleased they spent most of the conference on it, even though they kind of gave a lot of it away months ago, but I still wanted to see more.
I didn't see their like half-hour gameplay stuff because I was kind of just fed up with.
Honestly, God, I don't think it was live either.
No?
No, it had a very pre-recorded feeling, just because they cut to people at the right time whenever someone would upgrade, like their stormtrooper and get an AT-RT, which is like a little raptor running around with a stormtrooper on it, or someone would become one of the heroes, like a Darth Maul or something like that.
Yeah.
And the Darth Maul guy, he got like 26 kills or something in like the 20 minutes he was still live on screen. So it just seemed very staged.
Yeah.
Probably was meant to be, but yeah, I just had a feeling like it was a slight bit pre-recorded.
Well, I'm glad I missed it then.
Yeah, it was awesome to watch though.
Yeah. And so, I mean,
it's a very Battlefield look to it. What they showed you was a 3-stage progression from the start of the map, getting through the first wave, then getting through a second wave, and then into the final wave, which is very, very much like the conquest mode in Battlefield 1. So, and even just the look and the feel of the maps, like that was so much more intricate and kind of open. And I've never seen a stormtrooper bob down behind a bush and run backwards in a movie, but they do it in a game. So there you go.
Graphically, that game looks fucking amazing. Like
the first one fucking blew my mind, let alone the second.
Yeah. But like the way that Theed looks and just they really nailed it.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, so they showed a bit of the single player story mode. They had that chick come out, and she was scary at the beginning, but she was less scary by the end. She was quite attractive, yes.
Yes.
But she came out and she was like being all like serious, like she was acting like a character in the game.
Yeah.
And then, like, just gradually, she was like, oh, I'm so excited to be here. My mum's here.
Yeah, she did a total fangirl. It was, my mum's backstage. I've watched this 20 times.
Yeah.
You know, like, this is a cool gig. I love it. So
it was weird. It was just like they told her to go out and act like a character, and then she was just like, fuck it.
Yeah.
Whatever. I'm not doing that.
At least she had personality, which was a nice change.
Yeah.
It wasn't just someone sitting there going, and my game has co-op player, and my game does this. So.
Oh yeah, what was that? Who was it? Someone early on. I think the Battlefield 1 producer.
Oh yeah, that guy was boring as shit.
He was like totally overplaying everything, like just fully like acting it up, and they played that montage. of all the YouTubers playing it, and it comes back to the guy, and he's like, "Yes, that guy did just jump off a horse, throw a grenade at a car."
Oh,
like, oh, okay, cool.
I've never had that much fun in Battlefield 1, so.
Yeah, well, that was EA. They didn't show anything else beyond those games.
I think probably the best thing out of it was the fixing up of the DLC for Battlefront 2.
Oh, yeah. So there's a lot of free stuff coming. That's good.
Which, yeah, considering paying, what was it, like $180 or something for the full package for Battlefront 1, to just pay now whatever the price is for the game and get it all for free, I reckon it's awesome.
Yeah, it's really good. Glad to see that people whinging about things can sometimes get things fixed.
Well, not just some people. It was what's his name, John Boyega, or whatever he is.
Boyega, yeah.
I mean, yeah, I think everybody whinged about it. I don't know why they focused on him, but there you go.
Well, he's Finn in Star Wars.
Yeah, he's probably getting paid to put the tweet out, though.
Nah.
You don't reckon?
Nah. He's going to be in the game.
Yeah, Captain Phasma too.
Phasma's going to be in the game, except that she's fucking loser.
So mean.
Oh, come on. She
did nothing in the first movie. I won't lie.
Yeah, like she's acting all tough, like she's fucking king shit, and they come along and they're like, "Take the shields down," and she's like, "Okay."
Yeah.
Okay, there you go. No problems. See you later.
Yeah, that was probably the most disappointing thing. I wanted her to have a bigger role, and it was just like 2 or 3 shots, and that's about it. And you're like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
But she's not dead, so that's probably a good thing. No.
She's still alive. Hopefully she'll have a bigger role in The Last Jedi.
Yes.
Which they announced that they'd have lots of DLC for.
Yeah, which is cool, because that's probably what they were missing from the first game, was actually including a lot of Episode 7 stuff in. So, which, 2 or 3 years they've had probably everything locked up for Episode 7. They could have body scanned in Rey and Finn and a couple of them and chucked them into the game at, a later DLC.
Yeah.
So at least they're fixing that up now, which is quite nice.
Yeah. It's, yeah. Overall, what did you think of the conference?
It was typical EA, like we said before, games. It's all sport kind of gear. So
yeah.
I like the idea of having, the live setup there for them to play games, but it didn't bring anything different to what you're going to see in most of them anyway. So
yeah.
It would have been nice if they went to, I don't know, they brought in a Battlefield 1 player and showed off, some of the highlights of some of the new maps or something like that, if he was a good enough player and that kind of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, all in all, it wasn't disappointing, but it wasn't a standout, that's for sure.
Yeah, it's like you said, typical EA. It wasn't too exciting or different. I would have liked to have seen Amy Hennig's Star Wars game, but they wanted to concentrate on Battlefront 2. So,
what's Amy Hennig's game?
It's Star Wars but Uncharted.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah, which I guess was what 1313 was going to be back in the day, but that's not. That game's gone forever, so this will be similar. Maybe
be resurrected in 20 years' time.
Maybe we'll see. Just that game would have been rad. Just Boba Fetting around.
The concept was cool.
Yeah,
that's why I'm very glad. That's why I'm very disappointed they didn't actually try and at least make something out of it.
Yeah, well, that whole Disney thing happened, and they were just like, scrap it all. We want a clean slate. So,
well, that's the thing. Like the story mode in Battlefront 2, is that going to be canon or not? Probably not.
I imagine it would be, because apparently they want everything to tie in. So
yeah, that's what I was thinking, because I was hoping they'd probably say something like that, but they didn't say boo as to whether the game story will actually fit in with the movie side of things. So
yeah, no, I'm pretty sure it'll fit in with everything else. I don't think it's gonna. They don't seem to be interested in doing like spin-off stories or like whatever you would call it.
Game for it anyway, when the game is all based on the whole sagas anyway.
Yeah,
probably not the game where you go, oh, here's a story about something completely different that relates to nothing of what you're actually going to play in multiplayer.
Right. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, there we go. That's EA. That's technically day one of E3. It doesn't really start till tomorrow. EA just wanted to get in first, but
it's like the night before.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, there we go. I thought it was a decent conference and would have liked to have seen that other Star Wars game, but we didn't. And Need for Speed looks good, and A Way Out looks good, and I'm interested in knowing what Anthem is about. There we go.
And Project Scorpio.
Yeah, well, we'll find out 7 a.m. tomorrow. I'll be live streaming my viewpoints of that tomorrow.
Nice.
6:30 in the morning, I'll be live streaming.
So have we got a list of anything that's to be discussed for Microsoft or not?
So we know Sea of Thieves.
Oh, okay.
Possibly Crackdown 3.
That was announced like 2 years ago, wasn't
it? More than that.
More than that, okay.
At least 3.
Okay.
It was ages ago. Because when they were talking about the fucking power of the Microsoft Cloud, Crackdown was front and center because they wanted to have like fully destructible environments, and that would all be and it'd all be computed on the cloud. And so that was like their whole demo for the cloud was Crackdown 3. So yeah, that's rumored to be making a comeback, probably because of Scorpio. They want to show the power of Scorpio. So that's probably going to be there.
You reckon they're going to change the name of Scorpio to something?
Oh yeah, that's just code name. It's going to be something else.
It's a cool name though.
It is. I'd probably just say it's going to be called Xbox.
So just knock off the one altogether and it just be one.
Just Xbox.
Just box. Xbox. I like it.
Just box. Just call it box.
This is the box.
This is the box.
Right, what are you going to go home and play? I'm going to go home and play my box.
Let's go play my box. Hey, have you seen my box? You want to see my box?
Yeah. Someone goes to cricket field. You bring your box? Yep, sure did. Yep. There comes the Project Scorpio. Like, no, you got to protect your nuts, fella.
We do know Evil Within 2 is coming.
Oh, okay.
It was advertised on Reddit earlier today.
I'm very surprised. There's been a lot of advertising for games that are coming out at E3 rather than actually saving them for reveals.
There's been some leaks, like Ubisoft's like Assassin's Creed was leaked years ago.
Yep. That I'm really excited for.
It should be interesting. Just the whole Egypt thing should be different, hopefully.
Yeah. And the fact that they gave it a year off.
Yeah.
Which is nice, not just shoving one down your throat again last year. It was nice to have that little bit of a breather room that they can actually focus better on the story and that for it.
Yeah, and this game has been in development for like 4 years or something. Like it's been ages. So yeah, that's tomorrow. Who else is tomorrow? There's Microsoft and
I'm trying to find the list. I can't.
Let me check here. Microsoft and Bethesda.
Oh.
Yeah, so Microsoft is at 7 a.m. and Bethesda is at 2 p.m.
Oh, nearly be home in time for Bethesda.
Yeah, Bethesda should be interesting because pretty sure they're announcing the new Wolfenstein. And
I did remember reading something of that the other day.
Yeah, and one other unannounced game, something new.
Okay, yep.
So, yeah, Bethesda should be cool.
That'll be all right. I'll be keen for that one.
Yeah. So, yeah, tomorrow is going to be a pretty cool day, I think, with Microsoft and Bethesda. And then, yeah, there's some other stuff tomorrow. But, I mean, there's the PC gaming show and the Devolver Digital show.
I watched that PC show last year, and it was shit house.
Yeah. What did they do last year? Was it just like, hey, computers? These are bits.
It's pretty much what it felt like. It was looking at like Hearthstone and that kind of thing. Plenty of online free-to-play kind of games. The power of the PC doing like 4K graphics for it might have been Battlefield 1 at the time because that was only out last year. There was nothing special. It was just, here's everything that you've seen on the consoles coming to PC.
Was that where they showed off Vulcan for Doom?
I think it may have been, yes.
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah, I'm not interested in that.
No, I do the same. I'm not interested. So
that's just the weird thing. It's like, let's just talk. Consoles get all their own shows. Let's talk about the personal computer.
I wouldn't mind, but the games that they're trying to put out on the PCs need so much more higher end stuff than what is available to the general public anyway.
Yeah.
To get the full capabilities of what they show. Mm-hmm. Otherwise you're playing at console level that you might as well just buy for the console and be done. Yeah.
Well, those new NVIDIA cards cost like $2,000 each.
What, those 1080 GTXs or some shit?
No, the new ones.
Oh, new ones again.
Yeah.
I was only watching something the other day. One of the online guys was making a computer for Terry Crews.
Yeah.
And I don't know how long ago it was, but whatever the latest graphics cards were, they had to quickly get them in there. They'd only been released the day before they were ready to give Crews the console, give him the PC.
Yeah.
I had to put 2 of them in there for him. It was a big Old Spice looking style PC.
Of course.
So it had a big glass screen on it with the Terry Crews logo and that kind of thing. So, but yeah, he said something like that was $1,600, $1,700 a pop, and I'm like, I can't afford one. Let alone 2.
I was thinking of the Intel i9s processors, not
processors.
Yeah, those new i9s are like $2,000 minimum.
God damn, they better do more than just be able to record and stream at the one time.
You would hope so.
Might make me a coffee and get me toast in the morning too.
Yeah, that'd be cool. I don't know how you'd build that into a processor, but I'm sure someone could figure it out.
That's people smarter than you and I, that's for sure.
Yeah, exactly. That's for other people to worry about, not
that's
us.
Exactly right. I'm just the consumer. I'm just telling you what I want. Now, just someone go and make it.
Exactly. All right, Dave. Thanks for joining me.
Thanks, mate. Thank you.
And I don't know. What are you doing tomorrow?
Probably do the same tomorrow, I reckon.
Yeah, all right.
Should be sweet. So probably around about the same-ish kind of time. So
yeah, cool. All right. Well, we'll see you again tomorrow to talk about Microsoft and Bethesda.
Sweet.
Bye. Change the day. Okay, hang on. No, you wave.
Way!
There you
go.
go.
Little dog on my lap.
Great stuff. Bye, doggy.
You want to wave? You can wave. Hang on.